All right, so guys, this is number 2 out of 2.5, and it says use the accompanying data set to complete the following actions. So we're going to look for the quartiles first. Okay, so remember what I need to do here. I need to take my data set and I need to put it in order from smallest to biggest. Excuse me. So let me go ahead and do that. First thing I'm going to do though is this. It just makes it a little bit easier if I can see the numbers a little bit better. All right, so let me get rid of those little marks. Okay, let's start. So let's see, the first number I have is 15. Then we have 2 29s. Okay. Then we have, let's see, we're gonna go to the 30s, and I think the next one we have is a 34, which is right here. And then we have 2 35s. And then we have, let's see, 2 37s. And then we have a 38. And then we have, let's see, I think that's actually all the 30s. Then we have 2 40s. And then we have a 41. We have 2 44s. Let's see, we have a 45. We have a 47. Let's see, we have a 49 over here. Then we have, looks like a 52. And then we have a 53. And finally a 56. Okay, so I got all my numbers here. I'm going to count how many numbers I have. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so we have 20 numbers here. We're going to find the first quartile Q1. So the first quartile says we're going to look at the first 10 numbers, right? So here's my first 10, and I'm going to find the median of this set. So remember, the median is the number in the middle. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the median here would be the average of those two numbers. But if I take 35 and I add 35 and divide it by 2, that's 70 divided by 2. Well, that still ends up being 35, right? So my Q1 here is going to be 35, okay? So my second quartile is the median of the entire set. So the median of the entire set says, let's take a look at the first 10 numbers, right? Let's take a look at the second 10 numbers, and we're gonna find the median here. Well, the median here would be the average of those two numbers. So 40 plus 40 over 2, 80 divided by 2, well, that still ends up being 40, right? So this here is gonna be 40, okay? Now, my third quartile, Q3, is going to say, okay, let's take a look at the last 10 numbers. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to find the average of these two. So 45 plus 47 divided by 2, that's going to give me 92 divided by 2, that'll give me 46. So my Q3 will be 46, okay? So what I'm going to do now, let me see, let me come over here. So we said, I already forgot what my numbers were. 35, 40, and 46. So this one here is 35. Oops. 40 and 46. All right, so there's my answers for my first part, okay? Then it's going to ask me to find the interquartile range, okay? So now for part B, we're going to find the IQR, okay? So part B says, let's find the IQR. So in case you forgot what the IQR is, I got it right here for us. IQR is going to be Q3 minus Q1. okay? So IQR is equal to Q3 minus Q1. So notice what we put for Q3. Q3 is 46, Q1 is 35. So we're gonna take 46 minus 35, and that's gonna leave us with 11, okay? So I'm gonna come back to my problem right here, and right here in my IQR, I'm gonna type in 11, and I'm gonna hit enter. Good job, get bueno. Okay, and then part C says, let's find any outliers, okay? So part C says, any outliers. Okay, so in case, again, you weren't sure what an outlier is, the way we find our outliers is we're gonna take Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR, and any data that we have less than that is an outlier, and then we're gonna take Q3 and we're gonna add 1.5 of IQR, and any data that's greater than that number is an outlier. Okay, so let me write that down here. Q1 minus, Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR, and Q3 plus 1.5 times my IQR, okay? So we said Q1 was 35. So 35 minus 1.5 times 11. And then this one here is gonna be 46 plus 1.5 times 11. So let me get my calculator and let's do those calculations. So clear this out, 35 minus 1.5 times 11, 18.5 is the first one. Okay, so I'll just write it, I'm kind of running out of room, but I'll put it this way. What was my number again? 18.5, sorry. Okay, so the first one, I'll put it right here. 18.5. And then the other one is 46. 46 plus 1.5 times 11, 62.5. Okay. 0.5. Okay. So if we have any numbers smaller than 18.5 or bigger than 62.5, those will be my outliers. Okay. So when I come back to my data set, the smallest number that we had in our data set was 15. And that is, in fact, smaller than 18.5. So it looks like 18 is one of them. We didn't have anything bigger than, we didn't have anything bigger than 62.5. So the only outlier we're gonna have is that number 15, okay? So let me come back here. And there is one of them, and it's our number 15. And I'll hit enter, and we got it, okay? So guys, I hope this makes sense. If y'all got any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to help.